It could be possible, but I highly doubt it. But while we are here, let's just go on and make this one more element at least, because we have the air, earth, and the fire. And we have 4 more. Or is this actually ice? But nonetheless, there's enemies. It's kind of a shame that I was missing completely the animation, but I just felt that I needed to really look into this, and I do think so still. I can thank you as long as I have this shield, even if it wouldn't be the most pleasant thing to do, but I can. As long as I have this shield, that is. You are actually pretty low on health right now, and so are you. Okay. It does make sense. It is the essence of water as in ice. So it's pretty nice looking, I gotta say. It's just a shame that I didn't really feel that I was able to just pay attention to that. I could have if I had closed this before, but I wonder if that changed something else. Other than all of those freaking things coming out and trying to kill us. This is still strange. For a certainty, considering it's not actually into this island, and I don't know what it is or where it comes from, or is it from the Temple of Umas then? Maybe it is actually. Usually those are always like that, so I guess it would have to be something like that. Oh goodness. However, oh goodness, oh me. Okay, well, what then? I do think that actually I should probably take some of my food into the hub back. So before I would go back into the Hamlet of Stormbreach, like trying to think of the correct name once again, I could go and just try to go and get those meteorite boots from inside the cemetery, even if I hate the cemetery. I really don't fancy being back here, but I kind of think that I then need to. I can quickly go and visit in the hub. At least in theory I can. I can of course easily battle one. That's no problem. Unless I can get more XP, I guess. So maybe you can get the heavy armor proficiency someday. You are very starred on the XP though, so that will take a while. Okay, back to the freaking hub. Let's just leave, fill one of these bags that was empty, full of freaking food, and leave it here. I think it can be full of these fishes, to be honest. Well, actually, let's just put a couple of these turtle steaks there too. You can carry that, to be honest, so why not? I didn't mean to eat that. I pressed the wrong button. Let's take that away from you. You need to also be making more food. Actually, this is already full of this fish, so let's just leave it here in the very middle. Maybe it's not going to get moved even from there. It isn't. So hey, that's perfect. So then we have a couple of extra food still in this pack. And actually I should be, rather than placing all of these turtle steaks into one location, one backpack, I'd say. So they aren't all over the place. Good. So there's a little bit more food. You got plenty of food right in that backpack. And then you don't have any food at the moment actually. But as such, you don't really need it. You don't even need to eat. So why would you need to be carrying it about anyways? Okay, hey, that's great. Nonetheless, we got all of that done. Let's go to the cemetery back. Not there. Definitely not there. Freaking A. Somehow this is then the portal thing is something that I'm completely still... what portal was it supposed to be? Otherwise can memorize maps relatively well, but then that is completely... what might this have been? No, I don't need to go there. I think it's still faster if I go down here. Yeah, well, this would have been one possible key location too, now that I remember. Because that is actually probably something that she could actually use, and as I said, there has been a lack of light weapons, which I cannot say I approve of. Okay, well, we're all the way on the bottom here, so we can be starting to climb back up. I kind of just wanted to make sure that I had closed this door. I had, and there is already flying creatures there again if I wish to be going and engaging them. But I don't see any reason for me needing to go that way. However, it is a sign that I gotta be careful when I go upstairs. I still think that this is the better way to approach it. I'll come into here. There's probably more undead here. I'll go into this direction. It is all the way here, however. So I would need to go through all of this, the fireball room, everything. Go into here. Yeah, and then from here there was this here. So basically it would have been closer to this, but then I would have needed to go all the way again to the upper area of cemetery, and no, there's also enemies, so I wasn't inclined to doing that. Well, would there be a possibility of finding a lonely tree here? Well, there is definitely at least these riddles that I would need to solve somehow. I'm not just sure what I'm supposed to do with that riddle, but apparently it's something that has something to do with something, but is it something that has to do with the fact that there's these three different locations where the riddles are? What would the possible idea with them be? I have no idea. I don't know. Unless there craves at something in them that I just didn't notice. But I guess this is a safe-ish way to go and start looking through this place. Lovely music of this location too. Just trying to have a look if we can see any enemies. Not yet in this room, which is fine by me. I don't feel I need to drop down there, thank you very much. I was thinking that this should be the right way. The only problem is that I feel that I need to make sure there's nothing behind us as an enemy. So that is something that I think I hear some enemy here somewhere. This is to the fire room. Well, that's at least the fireball, of course, going about, which is totally fine. It's not coming here anyways. Did I see an enemy, or was that only the light? Basically the enemy... I don't know why you suddenly have started to freeze them with that, but you have. It is pretty pleasant though. You guys are still annoying. You can deal so much damage in such a short amount of time. I'm not inclined to use immediately a healing potion though, so... Also, I would need to craft some more healing potions for sure, because otherwise I will have a problem. Just do that. Grab your mortar and pestle. Let's make some healing potions so we don't find ourselves into a very crappy situation. One more for you. One at least for you. Make at least 2 for yourself. That's good. Now we can change this back. Good. And then it was through here, but there could be also flying creatures, so that is something to keep in mind. This is the secret sort of a place. Yeah, I was thinking that we should be getting into here. Well, I don't think that was necessarily the place that I started to think first, but I definitely hope he isn't back. I assume he's not going to be back, the actual boss. But I'm still a little bit concerned. I didn't love this location, but here we are at the... Well, there's definitely some zombie walking about. Also you. Hello you. Ah, goddammit, you got me for a moment. Not too serious, but still you got me. I did think that there probably would be something over here. Why did I start that already? Well, I ain't coming to you, so... You do need to come and move to me, my good sir. You guys can be easy to get a backstab off to, though. Which I do like the fact of. Okay, so... Let's just be careful not to hopefully get ambushed by any more undead while we're gonna go and try to get this thing here. So yeah, this is where the golden key goes into. Let's just make sure there's nothing more in here so we don't immediately get ambushed by something more. No, don't see anything more, which is good. Then we can use this here, get this item, which is the meteorite boots that I was thinking that they looked very interesting. So we have that. These massive boots are clumsy, but the big metal will protect its wearer from almost anything. Not quite anything, but almost. So we have 4 pieces. Here missing both of the middle ones. Then... Okay, and some more pellets is fine. Not special, but fine enough. Okay, let's do a save. We have at least common quarantines and we don't need to worry about it no more. I do definitely feel that we have to at least get into the Hamlet of Stormbreach still in this episode. Now that I took care of our food needs. I don't feel inclined to fight around here unless we really have to fight against something though. So... I do remember this location pretty well, maybe because it was so annoying. Or full of annoying enemies, at the very least. Well, the zombies rather. I kinda like, even if they are very strange, and stranger, also dangerous creatures sometimes, those flying things, mewing little beasts. But I still kinda like them, even when they are so strange. Like thinking for a moment, was this the right way? I'm pretty sure that I hear one undead here somewhere. Yeah, there's someone over there. I was just thinking that, is that a location I know? But I think we have indeed been there because we can see there. But had to of course try to be making sure that this was indeed the case. Yeah, this was the right direction to getting out of that place. Lovely. Okay, maybe we are all... Well, we are not exactly all done, but at least I assume that I have nothing more that I need to go and get from the catacombs. Even if I would try to come and solve the riddle with all of these things at some point. But at least for now, I think I can leave. At least I have the meteorite boots, which is good and important thing to have. Oh, lovely. So much more pleasant area. At least sound-wise and all. Now at least I have a little bit of food also back waiting for me in the hub if I run out of it again. So, I guess it is the way, and a little bit safer, hopefully, way back to the Hamlet of Stormbreach. But I don't know if those always spawning there, you would be able to even try to evade it. After all, you could just go through the other way out from the crystal mines like I did, and just think that you've all done with the area and never go back. Which is kind of the weird situation when you could just do that, and then you would never even visit over there again. Too dark. I think it was this way, the sewers. Yes. sewerages. So that's the right way. Then we can just go up from here again to the beach if we want to, for example. We still even have the crystal here. It's just such a strange situation, I would have to say. I don't know why. But there was definitely the Leprechaun lab, so it's something to do with the Leprechaun, certainly. They're not here, though. I guess they have to be close to the hop exit. Or would it be just for the first time when you would actually use that hop exit that would happen? I don't freaking... They're jumping there. I can hear the Leprechaun jumping about happily. Oh dear. Goodness oh me. That is such a lonely one though. Maybe it's that one that I would need to be counting from. Unless I could try to have a look if it looks like it's missing anything. Yeah, I do think that this is such a safer way to come into here. Specifically the rats. Lonely rats, that is. Are not that dangerous. However, that does have a friend. Which is slightly suspicious to me. It's kind of funny when I can also have a hand cannon though. Just come here, my good sir. There's no problems here for you, certainly. Just, it was just so, like, you were completely in the middle of that problem if you would go and use the freaking... hop and exit. So it was so excellent choice of just that moment go and use it. Certainly. Like, so bad. Such a bad choice. Bad moment to choose to do so. And there is like that rat boss again, which is interesting. Quite interesting. That one of them has even chosen to be around here. It's like basically right next to us. Do come and visit. You can have your own cannon basically too. Oh no. I do hate you though. Like try to look what is the right way to go and exit from here. I don't necessarily fancy going and fighting you that well there though. Ouch, that hurt, and it hurt a lot. Let's just get out into here first. I need to rest you back up. Nope. For the moment I'm okay trying to play with you like this, but there can be those friends coming about, which I have to be very careful about. And I'm planning to, at least to my best ability, be careful about them, but you can do a lot of damage like that. I cannot just be making the first move for sure. So I gotta wait for you. For sure I gotta wait for you. Okay. At least you do a lovely amount of damage with that, for sure, always. Out of energy, of course, for that. Gladly, it seems like many don't really know the way over into here, which is very good for me. Very, very good for me. I just have to be so careful, which is the problem. Because we know that he can do a lot of damage in just a short amount of moment of time. Lovely. He's dead again. Oh. Letter. Interesting. He had a letter. Hello, you. Over there. Oh, okay. Anyways, hello. It's nice to meet you. I'll read that message. soon. Let's just save. But yeah, the hub exit was such a perfect choice. Before it was like getting into the middle of that full problem, full mess. Okay, what does the letter exactly say? To the mightiest and most vicious beast of them all, be it known that the trespassers are responsible for the death of your twin brother. They came to the island not a long time ago and already they have become a nuisance. Gather your kin and deal with them. The Island Master. Apparently, this is the first time that we have seen the Island Master having a letter where he's basically stating that we would be a problem, or he would want to stop us though. Maybe he was thinking that we would die a long time ago after all, so I guess he really wants us dead at this point, which is interesting. Interesting knowledge. Hello. Sorry, little work. Nothing personal. No work meat? Work meat. Immediately like work meat. Well, it was definitely a good thing that I didn't come here straight though, because we had the food problems and everything though. Would have been a lot of problems to try to go and survive through this whole thing. That is probably too distant to really consider like that, but still find it interesting to ponder if it would be a tree on top. Because that would definitely be a pretty lonely tree though. Extremely lonely. Ah, there's one more of those guys too. So that's the problem too. Well, problem and a problem, but you know, not exactly the most pleasant thing. Ah, lovely, some ammo. I do appreciate that for sure. As in ogres, that was just such a mess, having an ogre, having a warg, having all those rats come out at you. It's interesting though that there was indeed the mention then that, hey, we've killed your big brother or twin brother, so wouldn't you want to come and kill this guy? Kind of, I'm happy to let you get into here. I do have to make sure that I'm not gonna get stuck though. I do have to make sure that I don't get stuck. That would be a very bad idea. Getting stuck with this all. Well, I guess I'm killing you first. I'm not really sure I want you to be there too though at the same time, so... So I'm okay with this for the moment at least. Yes. And you guys are also extremely dangerous. I do have to keep an eye on to the other or there though, for sure. I was thinking always that it's again going to be so much safer to come into the Hamlet of Stormbreach from through the location that I came into there before, but then I was just like, well, but I want to see if there's going to be a lot of stuff again there, and there was, and it would have been definitely way better that those guys decided that nope, actually it's a better idea that we go to the other way, which is kind of funny. Hello. You really didn't want to come here then? Maybe they normally wouldn't be coming this way. Unless we would be here. Don't know. Unless that's a good amount of work meat as a little bit of an additional bonus. Today it's been really just gathering resources basically, mostly. Hello guys. I just like needed to do that, sorta. There you go. A little bit more XP, unless we're getting some XP from this. Though the rats are relatively easy, not that expensive anymore. It's just, it's just interesting with the leprechaun. We heard the laugh for just a moment, but for a very short moment, and then he was gone. Oh, I was thinking that didn't we have some grenades from the leprechaun, and so we were supposed to have some grenades from the leprechaun. For sure we were supposed to have some grenades from him. Of course you're thinking of then going elsewhere. Well, now you do have to come at some point or another. Ah, again, the leprechaun is gone. The leprechaun does like to do this to us always. Or at least, well, very, very, very often. Always just, well, here's some grenades for you, and then we're just gonna be leaving. But yeah, I should have always come basically and done it like this. But, yeah, well. On the other hand, it was nice to know what kind of a trouble we would have gotten in if we had decided to go and get here the other way around. Just wondering when that's so yellow, but I think it's just a beach. Pretty sure about that. Hello, you. Hello, hello. Oh, goodness. Okay, well... is this beach now clear again? From all of these enemies? This beach is very deadly area too, for sure, though. Kinda would have to say so. Don't need to be going there. And definitely they were easier to engage when you don't exit the the crystal mines from there, because that would have been a really not the most pleasant thing, I'd say. I was wondering, did I see movement, or was that just a weird flicker in the corner of my eyes or some sort? There's definitely more rats here, though. I can hear ya. Right around the corner. Yeah, you're somewhere right around here. Well, that's totally fine by me. Hello. And goodbye. Okay. Lonely tree. You are not that lonely of a tree. It just depends how they think about it. How they consider the lonely tree idea. In my perspective. Like, there's a lot of possible choices in my opinion. So, it's just a question. What is the right solution though? I don't know about that. You are strangely out of the... not actually where you're supposed to be, so to speak, in my opinion. As in actually touching the ground. And I think I noticed that already before too. It's certainly not going to be this tree though. Like, this tree... certainly not that one. Well, I highly would doubt that, considering the fact that it's... like, that would be so perfect. But it doesn't have any broken branches, and we can't really even get very close to it. I guess I could, for the fun of it, try to dig here, but I would highly doubt that there would be anything here. So, but... what then? What could be the lonely tree? Would be great to at least like be able to pinpoint that where approximately it would have to be, an area or something. I don't see how it could be anywhere in here. Maybe it's something that it's further away, but I doubt that too, because I think we've been into all of the specific areas that we can be in. There is the lonely tree, I guess, like the dead tree in the middle of the swamp here somewhere too, like this one. Maybe that would be the right one. Maybe I should go and try to visit there after a long time. Maybe. Don't think that there's anything more with this well after all. And we got that treasure chest after all too. Yeah, not sure. I think this is where we could be ending today, though. I didn't exactly solve this like I would be hoping for, but nowhere to hide from sunlight. But the only problem with swamp to me is the fact that it's a freaking swamp. There's not a lot of sunlight there to begin with. The loneliest of all trees resides. I think the more important, I don't know, it would have to be a tree though, because the missing limb will point you to the right direction. I do think is important information. I doubt there's something important that I need to go to there for. I hope. The missing limb will point you to the right direction is important information, however, and then it would be the loneliest tree, no, somewhere where there would be nowhere to hide from the sunlight. But I don't see any missing limbs, for example, in a tree like this, so I would assume that it has to be a hollow tree, like we have seen those certain type of hollow trees. Well, I hope you guys nonetheless enjoyed some more Legend of Grimrock 2, even though the first part was mostly about hunting food. But, you know, it's important. Now we at least won't be going hungry again immediately, even though we are, again, pretty hungry to be honest, but you know what I mean. Let's just put a couple into there. You could definitely at least eat something, so eat that. But hey, let's end here for tonight, and thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon again. Maybe I'll actually solve this problem someday. Not sure how soon though. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye bye until then.